Question Time from the Edo Diaspora, sponsored by Vote, Voice of the Edos, reaching out to all Edos across the diaspora, Italy, Belgium, Ireland, and the USA, hosted by yours truly, Lace My Man. In the best interest of Edo State, welcome to Question Time from the Edo Diaspora. Wherever you are in the diaspora, we'll bring it to you on Question Time. We have a common interest, so it's time for that conversation in the best interest of Edo State. On today's show, we have engineer Chris OGIEMWONYI, a leading aspirant in the Edo State 2016 governorship race. Hello, and welcome to Question Time from the Edo Diaspora. For the first time, the Edo Diaspora will be officially addressed in modern-day Edo State politics. It is my pleasure to introduce to you one of the leading aspirants for the 2016 Edo State governorship election. With me today, I have engineer Chris OGIEMWONYI, the former minister from the Federal Ministry of Works and the Group Executive Director, NNPC, Nigeria. Good evening, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters here in the UK and beyond. True, I am Chris OGIEMWONYI. Chris Aigbobiusa OGIEMWONYI. Former this. It's true, I stayed in the Federal Public Service for 34 years in NNPC.
Okay.
And one of the year serving at the Federal Executive Council as a Minister of State for Works. Within me, I have accumulated 34 years, solid years of work experience, and I think I owe my people a duty to exhibit or to transfer that enormous experience I acquired at the federal setup to come home and duplicate it. I did a couple of things during my 34 years in NNPC. I made so much contact. I have so much goodwill that where my state is today, they need a man like me to continue to build on the foundation
And push them forward.
Outgoing governor has established. I have so much to give to the younger generation. I think I want to be a father figure for the youths that are coming up. I think they need a role model. A role model in the sense, a man that has some purity in terms of integrity, in terms of our core values. So, Yobosa, I'm coming from my comfort zone as a retired federal public servant to mentor these young ones, to give them the values I have that made me to succeed in the workplace. The message I'm preaching is because of whom I am. My name is a brand in terms of when you talk of integrity, accountability, good governance. I have done this outside. Believe you me, I owe my people to give them this as my gift to them, so that I can mentor these young ones and be a father figure for them in government house.
Why would you trade such a comfortable career for such a challenging one? Is there any, besides the fact that maybe you've always wanted to serve the Edo?
Yobosa, you raised a very fundamental question, and we must look at it dispassionately, in the sense that what you don't have, you don't give. if we allow those people without the skill, we will get nothing from them. We've done that for too long. Those we know that don't have the skill,
To govern.
the capacity to govern. Because you and me have opted out, nature abhors vacuum.
Yes.
The fitting.
I agree with you.
Where we are today, what we are saying is those states should use their first 11, their best. Other states are doing that. We don't want an Agbero government where people who don't have the capacity, people don't have the experience, people don't have the credibility, people don't have the capacity. Because of vacuum created,
Yeah.
they take it. The call for the Edo people now, not just me, you can see the names, people coming.
Yes.
Professor Sumbo, General Ariavere, these are people they've put in minimum 30 years. We are saying the time has come for Edo State to let their best, their first 11. Every country going to the World Cup, they go with their first 11. Edo State this time have to have their first 11.
What would you say the problem of Edo State is?
We must be holistic in addressing that subject. We must take our mind back to where was the state when the comrade governor came in 2007. What were the indices in terms of growth, development, GDP, etc., and where we are today? I like to measure a man's performance from where he's coming from.
Yes.
If you look at that, you will definitely say Oshimole has done creditably well in some of the key areas. I want to start in my first 1 year in office to create two factories, industries in the 18 LGA local government areas of the Edo State. That is, pursue seriously, aggressively to industrialize Edo State. Very key.
2 factories per local government?
Every local government. So that would be 36 industries. We've done a feasibility. Couple of natural resources abundant, especially in Edo North. Feldspar, limestone, bauxite, kaolin. So we've done, Shimola has done infrastructure in terms of roads, yes. Though we still have to do some construction, some feeder roads.
Yes.
But I will be targeting taking our youths out of the streets.
The main cities?
By creating jobs. That's number one. Number two, I equally want to target the urban-rural migration, urban-rural drift to the city. In Edo State now, the Edo South, we have only one city, mini city. Every other one, when you were growing, you must have heard of Abudu, Igwobazuwa, Eho, Abudu, Oronigbe. Those villages are sleeping today. The younger ones are moving to the city,
Everybody
looking for green collar jobs. I have a program to take them back to where they are coming from. And the only way you can do that is to create the enabling environment in those cities, in those villages. In other words, you must provide them electricity, water, schools, health centers. As I speak, I'm the only aspirant with manifesto. I'm sure some will follow after they've read mine, but I have quietly prepared my manifesto, which I have shared to the key stakeholders of Edo State in terms of my vision and my mission.
We're going to see the Chris OGIEMWONYI 9 cardinal agenda. And at the center of it is good governance and security. We have rural-urban migration, sports development, efficient public service delivery, infrastructure provision, solid mineral development, agricultural development, preventive healthcare delivery, and functional education. These make up the Chris OGIEMWONYI 9 cardinal agenda.
The industry I'm coming from, we believe in using crack teams. Those in diaspora, they will be very involved. It's going to. What I'm going to do is to get the best brains. Yes. Come home, and let's work together. We'll probably be working with not so politicians, but with some technocrats. Yes. Who are here in the UK, who are here in America. What we are going to do is please come and contribute your quota. Because act of governance, you need people who will think outside the box. I hear people talk of continuity. Yes, the government will have to continue, but continuity will be why is continuing? We will allow new ideas, not what they are used to in government, but we will bring people from different world, IT, agriculture, solar ideas. So we are going to galvanize all the various people we are going to settle. I'm not going to bring, it won't be just a government of just the civil servant, no. But I will be looking for the best. I saw a Nigerian, an Edo man in New York, a medical doctor, doing so well. Surgery, minor, surgeries. I've seen somebody equally in the US into IT telling me about solar. So what we are doing now, I'm traveling. Really, I'm talking with
interested parties,
interested investors. Up to yesterday in Houston, before the OTC commenced, people come to me and I'm signing MOUs. For example, I have signed one with some Chinese companies that is coming to Edo State to do an auto assembly. And they have told me they will be employing about 3,000 youths.
From Edo State.
From Edo State. All they are asking me to give them is just land. About 3-4 Indians who owns NIPCO in Nigeria. They are here. They met with me early today. They are all telling me they are coming to invest in Edo State. So because of my name, many investors who knew me the last 15 years, the last 20 years, Japanese, I met Osaka some 23 years ago, they are all telling me, so long as it is Chris, the man we know, we are going to invest in Edo State. Edo State will be a hub. I'm going to have a very strong team, very strong, comprising of you guys in diaspora, with some at home. I need all the ideas. Yes. We're going to put them in the box and shake it up and start coming out. The key thing in my administration will be competence. It's not who you are, whether you're my brother or my sister. That's the fear people are having. That Chris is coming with the truth is that the state will have the best. We're going to, those of you in diaspora who are very good, you will come home and fit in.
We're going to go into your election campaign. So far, I have to say, this election has been well conducted. There has been no violence. There's been no cultism, no assassinations. This is good because the world is watching. Is this a collaborative effort of all candidates to say we want a peaceful election this time?
Your observation was true up to probably just 2 days ago, where we were told the deputy governor's convoy was ambushed.
We are from the diaspora and we are proud of the way the 2016 governorship election is conducting itself so far. Please do not spoil that for everybody concerned. speaking of the election, we're talking about everything. I have seen rice bags, I have seen oil, I have seen gari, I have seen the usual suspects. I think it's campaigning this way in 2016 is not right. I want to ask you about your campaign. Have you indulged in this sort of exercises? Directly sending people bags, the rice bags to vote for you?
I've heard that, I have seen it, and some of us are saying that action worked some years ago, but it's not what we need in 2016. In 2016, we should be designing programs. It's like saying give a child a hook to go and fish and not to provide fish for the child. As parents today, it's no longer fashionable to send bag of rice or wrapper. We want people to come out with programs, sustainable programs that will change the lives, that will take these boys, these girls off the street. I tell you one thing today, Yobosa. On the average, not just only in Edo State, every home in Nigeria, on the average, you have 2 to 3 unemployed graduates. Not just of 2 years, some of them are 7 years, 6 years of living in university home. So my brother, this is not the time to throw palm oil or wrapper or rice or gari. I just told you now about the primaries we observed in the US. I never heard whether in the one of the New York or the one they had, they're going to hold now in Indiana on Tuesday, where people are talking of money. People are talking of issues. Policies. Can this guy, does he have the capacity? Can he do it? It's not, can this man bring 1 million per delegate, or can this one bring 150,000 per delegate? These things are becoming mundane. So what we are praying for is, as we move into these primaries, let there be a level playing field for the various aspirants to address the delegates on things they can offer the delegates
when they become
governor. Yes. It's not just I make you promises, I wait. What you don't have, you don't give. If a man before now was not people friendly, he's promising you today he will be people friendly. You should ask him, 20 years ago, you don't have a house in your village, you want to be governor. Yeah. Why didn't you? People don't know you. Nobody you helped. You don't have the feelings, the human feelings. Yeah. Will it grow overnight because you are now deep pocket under the governor? Yeah. We should discourage deep pocketing in politics.
In 2016, some people are still talking about tribalism. Some people feel our next governor must be a Benin man. Some people feel it's irrelevant.
My answer to the question is, if you ask me yes or no, or I will answer, we shouldn't go that route, let the best emerge, Yes, I can say that. However, the party is supreme in politics. This should be the counsel from the party, because party these days do what they call zoning. In 2019, the president of Nigeria, for example, will come from northern Nigeria. Yeah. Once that is done, no matter how brilliant you are in the South Nigeria, you are excluded. So, in this contest, the APC in Edo State had said in 2016 governorship race, the governor will come from either Edo South or Edo Central or Edo North. Don't forget the governor exiting is from Edo North. No. So really the two other senatorials are now Edo South and Edo Central. So this is purely the party's prerogative to say it's either here or here.
On other matters, before we come to a closure, You are addressing the diaspora for the first time. In 2016, is it the right time, or you think it's overdue for them to get involved in Edo State redevelopment?
In addressing the issue of the diaspora, I have realized that they have an enormous role to play in the day-to-day politicking in Edo State. Because of my background, I'll be very happy to work with them in terms of seeking their input into the stream of government, in terms of their experience, in terms of investment, because what I intend to do is to use them to reach more to the investors. People here in the UK, people are in Germany, people are in the whole of Europe here, to reach out to investors and to say, please come to this place, we will provide you this, we'll provide you this, we'll provide you this. And the governor there will not ask you for money.
No.
The problem, we won't have time to discuss that, why many investors don't come to Africa, particular to West Africa, particularly in Nigeria, is that the demand from investors bringing their money in is so high. You see a man bringing about $10 million to invest in a factory, and you will see an official of government going to ask, before we give you land, give me this. But because of my character, I will ensure those things are abolished. We will treat would-be investors as my boss. I will accord them that recognition. I will treat them like a boss, like a king. I will treat them like my customer, where the customer
is always right.
It's always right. It's always your king. So once we do that, and they can feel it and they can see it, people will rush to Edo State to say, oh, can you imagine when I arrived in Benin, the governor was at the airport to receive me. I'm going to do all those things. I'm going to recreate what OGIEMWONYI did in Benin.
I'm glad.
OGIEMWONYI was one governor that established industries. This is another Dr. Samuel OGIEMWONYI coming. This time, Dr. Chris OGIEMWONYI. This is the truth. I've not said it before, but this is what I'm saying. I'm studying the man of OGIEMWONYI. I'm studying him. He's a man to be studied. That this is a man who did this almost 20-something years ago.
It's a shame we're still running on this infrastructure.
The other day I went to somewhere in Wareke. You can see the Wareke farm OGIEMWONYI created. They imported some
machinery,
some cows, this. So OGIEMWONYI did so much. So I'm coming to be another OGIEMWONYI. Let me make my promise and my pledge to the Edo people in diaspora that I will not take you people for granted. I will give you your full respect, and you will have a role to play in the incoming government of Engineer Chris OGIEMWONYI. Please don't shy away. Contact me. I will give my phone number to Mr. Yobosa. Through him, please reach me. Call me anytime. Let's exchange ideas. There is so much you can do in the incoming government in terms of your exposure. I want to draw from your wealth of experience. I thank all of you for listening, and I hope before the primaries, I will hear from all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless you all. Thank you very much.
The Engineer Chris OGIEMWONYI manifesto is available online on his Facebook page and on the Vote Facebook page for you to have a look at. We hope more aspirants follow Mr. OGIEMWONYI's lead and come to address the diaspora.
So as you find you just in a passenger, need someone like a passenger.